Good morning, and this week's tip is that we should all be encouraging our next generation. You see, and I'm talking to myself here because I've been known to say this next generation, Gen Z or whatever it is they're called, they're just lazy. And I just left this past weekend from an experience that is hard to describe. I'm going to first read 1 Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone think less of you because you are young. Be an example to all believers in what you say, in the way you live, in your love, your faith, and your purity. And this past Saturday, I went to a worship night really just to check it out. It was a service outside by a fire, and it was all led and organized by high schoolers. There was a worship team, there was a message, there was a point to where a number of them gave testimonies, and I quite frankly was blown away at the testimonies because there wasn't surface level stuff. They were laying it out there about pornography and eating disorders and struggling with thoughts of suicide and am I good enough? And it was impactful. And the most important thing is the end of all of those stories is what God had done to save them, to give them freedom. And I am just so encouraged by this next generation of leaders that I witnessed. I don't know how many kids were there, but the leadership team was probably 12 and maybe 60 more high schoolers that were there. And as an adult, it wasn't like it was their service and we were in the background and they didn't welcome us there. They encouraged us to worship, and they encouraged us when they called everyone forward for prayer around the fire to lay hands on people and pray for them. And it was just, my friend Robbie said it well. We went there just to check it out, but we left with our hearts ministered to. And another one of my friends, Brad, mentioned the word that he thought of for the night was hope. And I couldn't agree more. So let all of us, quote unquote, adults, just encourage our young people. Talk about what you see in them and God working in and through them. And let's lift them up because they're our future. God bless.